in this video, I'm going to teach you how to make bass like Fisher just feels tight like this. Hi, my name is Vlad, I'm a DJ and one-man band music producer. Do you want to learn how to consistently turn your ideas into radio quality tracks, grow a loyal fan base, get heard, and change people's lives with your music? If you really want to become a full-time music producer and make it in the music industry and you don't have a lot of time, you want the results as soon as possible, just go ahead, click the link down below and register for my coaching program. And it's a limited time offer because for the first launch I'm only accepting 15 students. So guys, don't miss that opportunity. If you're really serious about music career, claim your seat today and let's take your music to the next level. Right, so no more talking and let's start with the tutorial. So let's compare the final results to the original track. This is how the original track sounds. And this is how my version sounds. And now let's listen just to the low end. And this is my track. It's not fully mixed and mastered, but I think it's really close to the original one. So now guys, I'm gonna teach you how to make tech house bass in Ableton, and we're gonna do some tech house bass sound design. So first of all, I want to start with the notes, and the notes for this patch, they look like this. The track is in the key of F sharp, so we start from A sharp, we go to A, and we go down to G sharp, and this sounds like this. Really simple pattern that keeps repeating over and over. And now guys, let's break down the patch itself. As you can see, I have some processing on the channel, but first let's take a look at the patch inside Serum. By the way, you can download this project for free with all of the samples, all of the presets. So if you like this vibe, just go ahead, click the link down below and get the project. And let's start with the first oscillator. I found this wavetable that is called PWM Medicine Hat. And on its own, it sounds like that. It's a square-ish kind of waveform, and as you guys can see, I'm using a filter, MG Low 24, to cut all of the high end, so we only get the lower frequencies. For the second oscillator, it's basically just a saw, basic waveform, and basic shapes, and you just play with the wavetable position and you choose this one, and basically this is it. Alright, so now let's break down the effect section. For the effect section, it's fairly simple. So first of all, I'm using a tube distortion. You can play around with filter on distortion. Maybe you'd like to add some top end. I think 450 or about 400 Hertz is sweet spot for this bass. And you can also play around with the pre or post. They sound slightly different. I think for this bass, post sounds better, and you can also play with the drive to make your bass fatter. After that, I am using a compressor with parallel processing. So what is parallel processing? Parallel processing is when you compress the sound a lot. As you guys can see here, it goes to -12, but you can go even more. -24, I think -42 threshold is fine. and it's going to be about 15 hertz. So when you are applying compression, don't forget to gain stage the volume of the sound you are applying compression to, because if you don't make it the same volume, it can be louder and you might think it sounds better just because it's louder. So don't forget about that. It shouldn't be louder, it should be the same volume as before compression. And the ratio is pretty high. It's 1:16, which is a lot. And basically this is it. And after you've tweaked the parameters, the next thing you want to do is set your mix knob to 50. So you're mixing the very compressed signal to the original unprocessed signal, and by doing that you will create a very, very compressed kind of sound. So this is the purpose of parallel processing, parallel compression. And without, you can hear that the bass becomes flatter. And after that, I'm using an equalizer, basically just the same thing as I've used here, just to make sure I cut all of the unnecessary low end, which is not really what we want here for this bass. And I'm going to show you real quick the processing I've done on the group channel. So on the group channel, I'm applying some saturation, because if you listen to the original one, you can really feel the thump of the kick. And here, without the saturation, it's not going to sound like in the original track. It became really weak and flat, but when we add saturation with lots of drive, and when we add saturation to the group channel or to the bass, to the kick, individual channels, we add these extra harmonics that make our sound fatter, warmer, and more analog, more pleasant for our ears. And after that, I'm using glue compressor just to, glue the sound together, squash it a little. Basically just the same thing, parallel compression with a lot of gain reduction. So yeah, it's really, really simple, and without the processing, it sounds really, really weak. I don't like that, but so without processing, it sounds really, really weak. It's not the thing we want. And finally, guys, if you want to spice up your tracks a little, you can add some saturation on the master channel. Really cool technique. I've been using it a lot lately. So it's more like a stylistic choice, not really for mixing, but sometimes I just like to add a bit of grit, bit of distortion on top of my whole mix. So without the saturation, yeah, you just need to find a sweet spot where it sounds the best. That was everything for today. I hope that you've liked this tutorial, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up button under this video, don't forget about the notification bell, and also leave a comment below. And once again, guys, if you want to turn your passion of making music into a real business really quick, just go ahead, claim your seat today so you don't miss the opportunity. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.